Alright, yeah. Hey guys, welcome to PupCast, episode I believe 7, and I'm your host Fender, not BC. BC sucks. Okay, he's out with a bad throat. His voice is kind of shot today, so he will not really be speaking. If he does speak, he'll type something in the chat, and one of us will speak up for him. So, yeah, I'm Fender, captain of the NLTP team Whitecaps in the Pacific Division, and BC is a streamer and does top 10s and all that good stuff. And with us, we have two other captains in NLTP, and today we will be going over a mid-season NLTP recap. So one of our captains is BallGasol from the Northeastern Division. I don't know. Introduce yourself, BallGasol.
What's up, guys? I'm BallGasol. I'm the captain of Over the Pants Handoffs. Currently, the 5th seeded team in the league. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, there we go. That's BallGasol. And on the other side, we got Poet from the Central Division. Poet, introduce yourself.
Yep, I'm Poeticalto, captain of Insane Cap Posse, NPCB technically, but I've been charged of that. You might know me from running tournaments on Mumble, but
yeah,
let's see.
Also, my ex-captain.
Yeah, guess
both of our ex-captain right there. Turning extraordinaire. But yeah, so this season we'll be going over NLTP mid-season recap, going over each team and just kind of how they're seated and how they're looking for that playoff spot going into play. So, starting off, we're going to start off with the Northeast Division and going through. So, let's start off with Gasol's team, since he's here.
With my team? Oh, we're not going to start at the top?
No, we'll just start with these. Let's go.
Okay. I mean, you want me to talk about my team?
Just anything. How do you guys looking right now? How do you?
Oh man. So I mean, I think what's unique about our team is that we have 2 hyper aggro offenders. You really don't see that in any league for that matter. But I don't know. It's been working out for us. We've combined for 73 caps over 5 weeks between the 2 of us. It's extremely solid. I mean, it's leading the league. Yeah. I think it's like, roughly 20 more than the second leading offensive pair? Something like that. So, I mean, it's been working out. I mean, we had 3 weeks where we split those, so, I mean, it doesn't work against every defense, but we have a pretty good plus-minus as well, so. I don't know. Yeah. I'm pretty confident about our team right now. I think the addition of Anti-Re has been really huge for us. I mean, Heisey wasn't a liability at all. But, like, just the fact that Anti's on me and Rat Pack's USC team, so we have a lot of good chemistry. And the fact that all 4 of us are also very good with the flag. I mean, Waterwheel was one of the best 2-way players in B team last season. And Anti just dropped from minors, where he played a season and a half of offense. So, I mean, we're all threats to Cap, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, huh?
No, you're fine. Keep going.
I was just going to say, I think our defense had a little bit of trouble keeping the flag in base this past week, which kind of worried me because we played against Moo Bear and Guts, and I wouldn't consider them like a top-tier A-team offense. I mean, they were very solid, but yeah, that kind of worried me a little bit, but I'm just trying to chalk it down to a bad week. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, so Anti-Re's out second week or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's his first time playing defense competitively, and I think he's playing pretty well.
I'm gonna basically echo that sentiment. I mean, I feel like once defenses figure out like the weak point that Gasol and Rat Pack are both very, very aggressive offenders, then they might run into some trouble. But for now, like especially with all 4 of them, like being able to are essentially 2-way balls, right? So it allows them to have a lot of fluidity in terms of positioning, being able to put other teams off balance just because of their ability to be successful on both sides of the flag.
Yeah.
And like especially that too. I mean, continuing on with like the next 4 weeks, they're facing like relatively mediocre teams. So it's a great opportunity, I think at least. Like,
we're playing Primordial, who I think has a deceiving record, and I forget what the other team is. Fuck.
I mean, you have Ball or Nothing next week, which has been doing okay thus far.
Yeah, didn't they just picked up Thick Shady, right?
Yeah.
It's Thick Shady and
So-
Project on defense. That's a pretty solid defense.
It's a solid defense.
Not
Right.
worried, but it's a pretty
And
solid
then what?
defense.
Big Bad Ball and who's on O?
Fractal, I assume.
Fractal, yeah, Fractal.
I mean, Fractal had 10 caps off defense after week 4, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah. Probably some offensive tendencies, so
Yeah,
that makes
but
sense.
I mean, like it's not the easiest schedule, I'll say, but it'll definitely give him a very good opportunity to like get the wins that they need while also being able to like iron out all the wrinkles that they have on offense.
I agree.
And be able to figure out strategy for playoffs.
Its first 6 seeds are getting a bye, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'd honestly project us at around 4 or 5 to end the season. I don't think we're the best team, like most consistent, I'd say, I guess, but I think we have the potential to beat any of these teams in a 7-game series. So, I don't know, I'm pretty confident
7.5
going into the
series,
rest of the season. Yeah.
Don't get me started on the playoff system.
Typically, it's a 5.5
go
series to
We
begin
don't have
with.
time for that.
No, yeah, I agree. You guys are looking really good. I mean, you guys are leading caps by any team by 18.
Rappack only had 1 cap last week, and he still is second leading in caps. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
that's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, you guys are. I really like your team. I think you'll finish higher than 4 or 5. I think you'll finish
I hope so.
top 3.
I
Probably.
think, well, I know TC Jukes, they're above us.
Yeah, by 1 point.
And who else? C.R.E.A.M as well. I heard C.R.E.A.M is
C.R.E.A.M,
really good.
Flairbnb, and Jukkake, yeah.
Yeah, C.R.E.A.M's team is
Yeah, they're
something
good.
to be reckoned with. We haven't played any Western teams yet, so we'll see how we do on Sphere. But I mean, all 4 of us play Poets like tournament, so I mean, we're all fine on Sphere.
Yeah, ping's not too bad of a problem. Yeah, I think you guys will be fine. I think you'll it's almost guaranteed at this point to get that playoff spot. So
yeah, man, I think I mean, mathematically, it's not guaranteed, but I mean,
yeah,
we're pretty damn close.
Yeah, you're pretty much there.
If we sweep next week, we're guaranteed.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. So yeah, I think your team is one of the best. I think a really good chance to go to the Super Bowl. To be honest,
I have to agree.
have to. Yeah. So yeah. Moving on to the next team in the division, probably go start at the top, Flairbnb.
Oh man.
Yeah, this team surprised me.
Beef Juki surprised me.
Beef
Nobody
Juki,
else
he's the
me.
Rob surprised me, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, you're completely right.
Rob and Beef, those two are very surprising. I mean, Rob owns the fucking 10D gas right now.
Yeah, I know, it's insane.
I figured he'd be pretty good because he did well on B team last
And to think
season,
this man wanted to play offense this season. He's leading the league. Like,
yeah, right.
You know what's actually so crazy is I really do think Beef Juki's like mechanically, I feel like he's a step above most offenders. Like if you had to put him into tiers, I'd say he's top tier. There's only like 2 or 3 offenders in the league that has the mechanics he does. It's actually he really does remind me of like Kibo with the flag from last season. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. I watched him Tuesday, whatever, on the stream, but he was super good. I had no idea who he was for the season. Great pickup.
Every aspect of Flairbnb is just really impressive to me. I mean, you have S, who was the best aggro defender of season 8, and now he's like so smoothly transitioned into a support role for Rob. I think that's insane. It's like
been huge,
extremely respectable. Props to him.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, on the same note, like Lair did the exact same thing. I feel like he's been an aggro offender for like all of as long as he's been playing competitive.
All his career.
And it seems like he's taken a backseat to Beef Juki this season and doing really well. I know he's up there in pops, and he's also, I think, #1 in non-return tags. So I mean, he's pulling his weight.
No, yeah, I think it's a very well working team. They're very good together. I like it.
I'd say they're the most cohesive team in the league. But I mean, I don't know too much about the West, but for the East, I'd say they're the smoothest. They beat Rectal yesterday by a crazy margin. I feel like I know they were missing ball parts, but still.
Yeah.
They don't have the easiest schedule either, though, to finish out the season.
True.
They have Pursuit Cappiness, who's kind of like turning into Dark Horse. Six Flags and TC Jukes, and then Baller.
Oh, they're playing Six Flags and TC Jukes.
Yeah.
Holy.
So it's a rough schedule. But
We'll see how. I think they'll do very well.
Yeah,
I
I
see
think
them
that goes,
losing like. I think they can get away with losing like 2 more halves. Honestly, I really do see. I don't see them ever getting swept.
I mean,
yeah,
they should be fine in terms if they just split the rest of the way, making.
Yeah, I mean they're guaranteed a playoff spot at this point. 9-1 with 4 weeks left. That's guaranteed because any team
Well,
above 500 is gonna make it. Because there's 10. I mean 10 teams out of 18 make it, right? So if you're
Yeah.
over 500, you're guaranteed to make it.
Not necessarily guaranteed, but very likely.
good chance. Really good chance.
Extremely good chance.
Yeah, so yeah, they're one of the other ones. I mean, they're second in the league right now overall. So
Oh, also just gotta mention, I mean, with the addition of they already had Randy as a sub for A team. Now they also got Fury, who
Fury
has
is huge.
15
Stupid.
caps in 50 minutes. That's 3 per half. That's insane.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's actually insane. I mean, I think right now,
I mean,
not to like suck my own dick, but like I'm averaging 2 caps per minute, and I'm leading A team. He has 3 caps per minute. Like I always knew he was 18 caliber, but that's crazy.
it's a little diminished because they went against the what you would say would be the worst team in the worst B
by
team
record.
at least.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But he's definitely easily like one. He would easily be a very good A teamer, but now he's playing B team and he's going to be a sub.
Yeah.
True.
He could have been 18 if he signed up for the draft.
Exactly.
So, but I mean, I think that's a great pickup.
Yeah, he's a great option for them. I mean, at least keeping him on B team, or at least being an A team sub for the playoffs.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I could see Flairbnb going all the way this season. They just have such a smooth team.
Yeah.
They don't really have a weak point. I feel like every part of their game's pretty polished.
Yeah,
Kind of scary.
Yeah, it is a scary team. I think they'll make a deep playoff run for sure. So, yeah. Moving on northeast, you got Ball or Nothing, who, as we kind of discussed, have done. They're kind of like average when they're 5-5 right now. So
I think their pickups have changed their season for them. I mean, Project. I don't know much about how Project plays.
Just won a Mooper.
But wait, he did?
He just won the Mooper last season.
Oh damn! I did not know that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like someone to compliment Thick Shady. If anyone can do it, it's a player who won the Mooper last season. Like, because Shady, like, I mean, his stats speak for himself. What, 245 returns in 144 minutes? That's insane.
Super
He's
aggressive.
one of the best aggros. But like, the reason why War Potato traded him is because like he can't really. His play style doesn't fit with a lot of people because he's so aggro.
Yeah.
So if him and Project mesh well, I mean, I don't know. That's a very scary defense as well.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely a dark horse contender with their new lineup. I mean they split Six Flags last week.
As did we.
So I mean Six Flags obviously one of the more.
I'm actually sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm actually more surprised that they didn't like blow out Boston Pops this week. I know Boston Pops made some changes to their lineup, but they won only by 2 on Constriction, which surprised me. But I mean,
Constriction's fairly low scoring, so
yeah,
it's not.
I guess.
It's not nothing to be. It's not anything to be scared of at this point.
That's fair. They also have their B team. Okay, we're not even talking about B team. That's going to take way too long. They just have some great players on B team as well. I mean, their subs are probably Caramel Beans on defense. QQ and okay, yeah. Let's not talk about that. My bad.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But yeah, I think the add-on of a Project is actually gonna be huge. I think they'll make a great like second half comeback of the season.
Yeah, and Fractal's also much more naturally an offender as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, I could see them doing much better. You still there, Poet?
That's a no.
No worries. Okay. So I kind of sum it up. Okay. BBB has kind of surprised me. He hasn't done that well this season. 14 caps in 160 minutes. When he was doing, he had a great last season. So I'm kind of confused why he's not doing as well. Especially when he's. No, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, Big Bad Ball is not doing as well.
Oh
this
yeah.
season. That's kind of surprised.
Him and Dope both. I mean, I don't mean like bring another team into this, but
Yeah.
it just came to mind that like they were both two of the clearly top tier offenders from last season.
Yeah.
Not performing as well, but I mean, I guess it's all about pairs, you know. It's all about who you have chemistry with.
Yeah, but he had like someone 7, so I assume that would have been a really good pair up, just offensive pair. So
yeah, true.
But didn't work out.
I think I see them making the playoffs. Low seed, but I mean, I see them coming in like 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably lower tier playoff spot. I can see it.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah. Moving on. We got Rectal Rangers 3D.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. With the ball part, I mean, the ball parts had the 10D gas.
Yeah, statistically the best defender.
Yeah, he was like second in returns and prevent.
It's extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
and
really
they already lost Neb earlier.
Yeah,
it's just really a shitty situation for them.
Because like with him, I think Schwetty's outperformed my expectations. To be honest, he's done really well this season.
God. He's been very quietly been one of the top offenders this season, in my opinion.
If you had Schwetty's and Mr. Fruitsy, who's fit in really well already.
Yeah.
And then Irish
on
Blizzard.
paper, that offense seems very solid for playoffs.
Yeah. Like
it just if ball parts doesn't come back, I worry about their defense because I'm like I like Ikuzikami and Anthony Davis as B team defenders, but I worry.
Yeah, Puggins is a good. It's a good
other
pickup.
captain. Oh god. I wonder how Puggins and Irish Blizzard will go together though.
Yeah. I like Irish Blizzard. He's done pretty well.
They didn't do too well against Flairbnb, but I mean that's one of the stronger offenses
that's
as well.
Flairbnb. So not too.
I mean, they're definitely not out of the playoff picture yet. Where are they? Like 4?
Fourth in the division.
Yeah, but
after division 3-6.
Their overall record is 3-6.
3-1-06. So they have 11 points.
Basically, yeah. I don't know. They could still make a run. I feel like they need to pick up someone for defense, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. I do like.
I mean, it's not even. People don't even know if Ball Parts is going to come back or not yet. So they still have time.
Yeah. I mean, they at least have this week against Boston Pops to see if they can work something out.
True. Yeah.
Last 3 weeks are going to be a little tough. I mean, they have Whitecaps, Six Flags, and then Soviet Ballers in succession.
I got to pull up the schedule. That's crazy.
Yeah. No.
But let me just say that if Ballparts does come back, that is a very scary team for playoffs if they make it.
Definitely.
I mean, Ballparts Irish, I don't know, they were only 4-4 with that team, with that pair playing together, but that offense I feel like changes the game. I feel like all 4 of them together would make for an extremely good playoff team.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he left. So yeah, going down, you got Boston Pops, even more grim.
Oh man.
0-10. How unfortunate. I'm kind of surprised just at the defense mostly. So they have Laser Pig and Heinous.
I think they just moved Laser Rig to offense this week, and then Cap Posse benched himself. Yeah, I forget who they played on defense.
1 sec. Let's see. They got Boston Pops. There we go.
Let's see. Shogo, Breezes, Laser Pig, Corned Beef for the 4 players.
Corned Beef,
yeah, Shogo and Corned Beef on defense looks like. Breezes and Laser Pig on offense.
Right, yeah. Heinous is still doing good. He's still got the 9.74 D gas, so he's doing this week anyway, but he's doing well. I like Corned Beef. Never really seen Laser Pig on though. But I mean, I don't know. I think they'll still need to pick up someone in FA to really get them through to make any kind of significant change.
Yeah, at this point it's either a do or die situation for them.
Yeah.
Because they've had the misfortune.
Do they have a chance of making playoffs?
Mathematically, yes.
Mathematically, yes.
Yeah, technically, but it's
they'd have to sweep the next 4 weeks.
It's not looking good. So, yeah.
And I don't think they have. Oh no, he does have a lot of waiver points, so
he could still a chance. If he ends up getting if he ends up getting like crossover,
which he's probably going to go for.
Yeah, I'd hope he'd go for anyway. But if he gets crossover, I think that'd be like the best chance he got.
That'd be a good improvement. I mean, the other problem is that you're also facing two of the best teams that we've talked so far. I mean, we have Jukkake week 7 and then OPH week 9.
Yeah, that's a grim schedule, really. So
they're gonna have to get it together fast if they want to make a playoff run. That is.
Yeah, it's a pretty grim situation, but I guess there's always one every season. Unlucky. Yeah, so that was the Northeastern Division. Moving on to the Atlantic. Starting off with TC Jukes, probably the most surprising team in the league.
I wasn't surprised by it.
But in my opinion, I was very surprised that they did this well anyway. Because, I mean, they're bringing on, was that 3 new people? Ron, Carries, and Raffle. Never played 18 before. Only Timmons.
Give me 1 sec. I want to talk about this.
But yeah, I was very surprised.
Yeah, they're all doing statistically well. I mean, all of them are basically at 9 carries. Technically, as an 8.99 DCAT, but they're all at the 9 mark for their respective position. They've been holding it up.
TC?
Yeah.
Okay. They've been holding it up very well with like the top teams so far. I mean, they split C.R.E.A.M week 3. They swept Primordial Clam Chowder this week. So they've been holding their own against like against what you'd say like the top half of teams at least.
Yeah.
Very well.
They didn't have an easy schedule either, I don't think.
No, they had like they had a really hard schedule the first
honestly,
weeks.
I think people that know Raffle know that he's just top tier in every sense for offense or defense. But I mean, him playing defense, him and Karras make such a good pair. I think I watched a little bit of their games.
Right. Yeah, see,
and Raffles, I mean, he's like at the top of like all the defensive leaderboards. He's not a front runner, but he's in the running for defensive ball this season, I think.
Yeah, he's top 5 in preventing returns.
Yeah, and their offense, I mean, Tim Hortons is he's just good all around. Like he's just no part of his game is really lacking. And then Ron, I mean, he's doing well in caps. He kind of slowed down a little bit over the last few weeks.
Yeah, last 2 weeks I think he hasn't capped all as much as at least the first few weeks he was playing.
Yeah, he's still up there in hold, I think, at like number 10. And that offense, while that offense isn't scary, I think their defense just solidifies everything. I mean, Karras, coming up from B team, has performed very well.
Yeah. So I'm just surprised that they did this well.
Yeah, they do have a pretty tough schedule, though. I mean, they have 6 Flags next week, Flairbnb week 8.
I think they're the best team in their division.
Yeah.
But
Six Flags was good, but unless they make a crazy pickup to replace Rom, I don't think like Guts Jukto or Guts Muber I don't think that makes them a better team.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we can just move on to them, really. But
yeah, I mean, I will say like the Raffle carries defense. Like I played against them, like in scrims and stuff, and it's a solid defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always have trouble getting out on them. I mean, they both play so smart and so well together.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to. It's just chemistry. Like I'm just gonna keep saying that. It's pairs that wins games, not like individuals.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they've done well. They're probably the front runners to win that division and get that playoff spot.
I expect them to do very well in the playoffs too. I mean, their whole team. The other thing about them is that all of them are good decision makers. I don't think you see any of them doing dumb shit like me and Rat Pack do all the time. Like they just they're very smart players. What Ron might not be mechanically one of the best, but what he lacks in that he makes up for with good decision making.
Definitely.
I think Ron and Tim are probably one of the stronger OD pairings. There aren't really many pairs of offense this season that stand out in terms of OD, but I think they're up there.
I agree. Yeah. So yeah, moving on to Six Flags. And I mean, guys talking about the Romeo's departure. So,
oh man, not a good decision in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, Romulus wasn't performing that well statistically. It was pretty average. He was like about a cap a half.
Yeah,
which is like
I think it was
pretty average. But
I think it was more like I think he made Jukdo play really well.
Yeah, agreed.
So, and I think he'll only be a great addition to Jukkake.
I think, like, okay, so Jukdo's an A-caliber player, but I think Romulus and maybe Guts, or Romulus, maybe even Moobear, who's been playing really well, I think that might have been a stronger pairing. I'm not sure if it was the right move to trade Romulus away.
Yeah, I know, because Tincher wanted, Atom Bomb?
Yeah, and I mean, I assume now he's going to try to go for crossover, but I assume Capuke's going to get him, because Capuke has, like, after this week, way over 70, probably, 82 waiver points then, if he had 70 last
something like that.
Yeah, I can see Tincher trying to pull something to get waiver points.
He's not going to be able to scheme 20 this late in the season. Oh, no, 30, I mean.
He did that last season though to get himself, I think. Or something. Yeah,
I don't see them getting crossover, but if they do, I mean that's insane.
Yeah, if they get crossover, that'd be a huge pickup. But
he did bench himself this week for 18 though.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he had strep throat though, so he wasn't feeling up to playing. I mean, so we played them today, and I don't know, he wasn't performing at his best either, so I chalk it down to sickness and just not feeling well, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. But
what's their defense? LC and
I'm
so okay. Honestly, Horse, in my opinion, should be playing offense. Like he's not a strong prevent defender, and Guts is a much stronger prevent defender than him. I think Guts and LC is their top defensive pairing, and Horse is just so good mechanically. And I don't know. I feel like it's the wrong decision for him to be playing defense. But I mean, he did play offense for. I'm not sure if he played the whole time, but he played for a bulk of when we played against them.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, he does have 11 caps this season already. So
yeah.
They do have a pretty tough schedule coming up. I mean, TC Jukes next week, Flairbnb the week after that.
Ooh.
And then Rectal Rangers, and then Primordial Clam Chowder to finish it off.
That is a.
So
I see them sweeping Rectal, maybe Primordial, but the other ones are going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a little steep road for them, but they should be able to get
the
to the
addition of
playoffs.
LC has definitely changed their defense, so because Guts Horse would not have been a defense that could take them all the way. But I mean, if LC, I think she has until tomorrow. She was talking about it with me earlier that she might still accept a call up, but I mean, at this point, it's not looking likely. So assuming that she stays. That's an extremely good defense. I mean, she's averaging, it's like 1.9 returns per minute or something.
Oh, it's
147 in 80 minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
100 D-ish automatically, 90-17-ish.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. 1.84 returns per minute. So it's stupid. Yeah, she's done really well. She broke the first week she was here, she got 110 tags. That's a record. It's tied.
Yeah,
with Ajax.
Insane.
It's stupid.
Actually crazy. And there's not even market this season.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's crazy.
Guys, yeah, so she's surprised me.
Yeah, I think that defense can. I mean, Jukdo pointed out in the captain's group meet, I think today, that they've never lost a half by more than one cap. So the fact that I'm not sure. Then again, what's their plus minus?
Theirs as
20,
a team?
Okay, in that case, that's probably wrong, because their plus minus is 22, so that's definitely wrong. But, I mean, I don't know. Wait, no, the plus minus is 22. How many caps?
64.
They've allowed
64 caps, 42.
Yeah.
Sitting on the lower end of the league in terms of, or higher end of the league in terms of defensive.
What the?
Yeah, I mean, they're not. I don't know. I think since they got LC, though, they haven't been allowing that many caps either. Well, then again, whatever. I think their defense is very good, looking very good coming into the playoffs or the latter half of the season.
Yeah, I think if they do end up getting if they got crossover, they'd make a huge
I can't let that happen. We were actually talking about all the captains pitching in to give Cappiness our waiver points. So you can't get crossover.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's not talk about collusion on the stream now.
We're just
public access
about it. Come on.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah. So
thanks, BC.
But I do think they'll make. I think they'll make playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So, yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
It'll be great if they go in as a 6th seed. By the way.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But Yeah. So moving on, you got Primordial, Clam, Chowder.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're kind of
They
going
started
for
off hot, but then
yeah,
they kind
they
of
kinda-
just
So
kicked off since
Misaki
then.
went back to defense last week, which surprised me because I think he's a better offender. I mean, he's definitely competent at defense. He's looking like he's in a strong position for two-way ball this season, though.
Yeah, I think
I mean, he's
like
averaging over a
same-
return a
like-
minute.
he's like one of the only ones. Him and Horse really.
Yeah, Fractal
So
could have been, but I mean, now that he's switching to offense for the rest of the season, probably not.
yeah,
But I mean, his stats are insane, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
averaging over a return a minute and 17 caps. That's, I mean,
that's good.
out of
That's
200
good. Yeah.
minutes, that's like not a cap a half, but like it's close.
It,
like
no,
that's
so
crazy.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and FU. I mean, let me just say, this man. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone knew he was good coming in, you know. But 49 long holds.
Yeah.
49. I have like 13, or like 14. Like what the fuck? That's insane. But what that leads me to believe, I actually wrote this in the predictions for this past week, but that must mean that their defense must not be keeping the flag in base. I haven't been watching their games.
Where's Warden been? He only has 140 minutes. I
Oh,
don't think he
yeah,
played
yeah.
this past week. This week.
Denna didn't play. I think
Oh,
Warden did play.
He played 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then I
So-
think Long Ball's also got 20. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Long
what it
And
looks
then
like.
Misaki played defense for a bit, and let Bumblebee play O. So like they switched it up for this past week.
Right.
Yeah, but I honestly think Misaki should be kept on offense if Warden and Denna are available. I think
Yeah.
Denna's very solid. I don't know that much about Warden.
Warden's really good.
True.
He
Well, that
also
pairing,
he was
I
part of
mean,
the Mooper team
Just
as well
the
last
fact
season.
that FU has so many long holds, it makes me feel like they're not keeping
Yeah.
the flag in base. So I mean, I haven't watched their games, but that's like I don't really see what else it could be. You know, like him just like
Yeah.
holding the flag in the middle of the map for like 20 seconds all the time.
Yeah.
Like no way.
Yeah. But yeah, I
They
think
got good depth though. Also, I think Bumblebees and Long Balls are both 2B teamers. Like I mean, because their availability's obviously been shoddy. So I mean, I think
Mhm.
those are two players that can replace A-team spots and not really be liabilities.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think if Warden and Denna and FU all showed up like consistently, I think
Mhm.
really I don't really care too much about that fourth spot. Really,
True.
I think they'd make playoffs with that team.
Their record is they are 4-6
4-6.
technically.
Yeah.
I honestly think I don't think they need to make any changes to make playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They
Agreed.
just keep playing. They're in the 10th spot right now overall, so
Mhm.
technically a playoff spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they just kind of need to get the team consistently playing together, and they'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
true.
I
They
think
play
um,
ICP week 7, OPH week 8, and then Six Flags week
Ooh.
9.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
So-
a tough.
I feel like everyone in the East just has
That
a
is
tough schedule.
Damn.
Just because they play everyone.
It's because
in
the
the
West
East.
teams are bad, so you guys have
True.
easy schedules.
It's true. What can you do? But yeah, so I think they could be. They're probably in that 8 to 10 playoff spot, probably.
I'd
Yeah,
say so.
agreed.
Yeah.
I think they'll make it though. I do.
Yeah, I think they could have a good chance. So. And you got,
Oh no, they play Soviet Ballers next week too, which
I do.
could give. I think they could sweep the Soviet Ballers.
Yeah.
I'd
Then
agree
if they
with
get a split, and if they get a split the next 2 out of 3 weeks, that puts them in playoff contention. Definitely like 9 or 10 seed. I think
Mhm.
their record roughly. Yeah, looking good for them.
Thanks for having. So you got Pursuit of Cappiness. Business
Ooh.
Bros team. They've looked better since TDD's
Yes,
edition.
agreed. So TDD
Yeah.
came the week after we played them. I think one of the problems when we played them was like they couldn't keep the flag in base.
Yeah,
I think-
apparently Business and Papa John don't work too well together.
Yeah, I think Business is an A caliber defender.
No, yeah, Business is really good.
Yeah, but he needs to be playing with a specific type of person. Him and
Mhm.
Papa John. I
Too
remember
similar.
like when we were playing against them, me and Rat Pack, we weren't even like blocking for each other, and we'd get out past 2. So
Mhm.
like it just wasn't a good matching together. But with TDD, I mean, just another example of how well Euros do on the high ping. I don't understand how they do it,
High
man. It's
ping.
insane.
Yeah, I don't. And
Truly.
he's one of the best, really. He's especially
Like,
two-way.
He played minors last season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
On,
played offense every season of competitive, if I remember correctly.
He's
looking at his
playing D
stats
and
last week.
NLTP right now.
Oh, okay.
I
I think
believe.
every previous season
Yeah,
from this, he's
he's
played
one of
offense. So the
he's
fact
one
that
of the
he's so
best
good at
EO.
both.
Yeah, he's one
I
of the
mean-
best NLTP offenders.
Actually, he's in the running for two-way ball as well.
He could
7
be. Yeah.
caps and 82 returns in 82
He's only
minutes.
played 2 weeks though, so.
Yeah, I mean, but still, that's pretty impressive.
Team
No,
ball, probably.
Yeah.
For that, I mean, in 2 weeks, getting 7 caps off defense, that's a better rate than Phoenix Funk, who's leading defense in caps. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's done very well. So.
It is
I think,
important. They've won 4 straight games so far
Oh,
after
that's
losing
true.
the first 6.
Mhm.
So it's definitely one of those dark horse teams.
Yeah,
That
looking on
True.
the up soon. So.
I wonder if they'll make playoffs. I do, but I mean, I think TDD could change things. So they're definitely
Yeah.
they're
Like,
definitely in that
this
fringe
next week-
spot.
This next weekend's Flairbnb will be an important
Oh, a
indicator
good
for them.
test. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're completely right. I think it just sucks so much for the dot. I feel like just the fact that I mean, the partners he's had this season haven't really been a team offenders that he's been used to playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I honestly feel like he's a top 3 offender in the league. I mean, last season he was incredible.
He is pretty much every season.
And he's averaging exactly almost a cap a half right now. Also with 100 returns, which means he's probably playing a lot of OD. Unfortunate for him. But I mean, I don't know. Hopefully he'll be able to carry for some sweeps upcoming. They've got a pretty... Oh, actually, the Pointless Warriors and Ball or Nothing, they can sweep. I think it's going to be split at best for Flairbnb and TC Jukes, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's... If they can handle Flairbnb and TC Jukes well, then I think they'll be in a good chance.
Business Bird has been trying to make trades. I know he asked me for Heisey earlier this week, but if they don't make a trade, I don't really like their chances of making playoffs.
They got Heisey, TDD, the
They didn't really have
and
much to offer
Business.
me, so I said no.
Yeah. If they got Heisey, I think that'd be great.
Exactly. I mean,
but it would be reliant on 2 Euros, and when playoffs come, they'll have to play on Sphere.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
Heisey actually played fine on Sphere for a scrim one time, but
Does
his
he?
ping was over 100, I believe.
yeah,
Because it's already mid 80s to 90 on radius, I think.
yeah.
So I'm sure it's pretty shitty for all Euros.
Same with TDD. Yeah. So it'd be kind of a reliance on them, and it'd be kind of unless they get a lucky playoff person and they have to play on radius or origin.
Yeah.
So but, yeah.
We'll see how they do.
Yeah. So
If I had to guess though, I think I'd say that they just not make playoffs, be 11th seed.
yeah, I could see that happening. Kind of just outside there, but
I mean, they still have time. They can still make trades, still get some free agency pickups. I know he's got a decent amount of waiver points.
Well,
so
this is
we'll see.
the last free agency with experienced players.
yeah. So
True.
If they want someone this round, they're gonna have to get it. Otherwise, I mean, next week it's just gonna be all rookies.
Oh my god, I think
They're
I'm
gonna make a trade.
I think I'm 5 waiver points short of paying away my debt, and we can get streamers this week. So if I don't pay that off, Anti can't play playoffs. Jesus.
keep Heisey on call.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we were playing fine with Heisey too, so it's that change was just because Heisey was gracious enough to let one of our friends play with us. He was playing very well. He's just a great guy. He just doesn't care that much about NLTP because, I mean, he's from Euro.
Yeah, it's fair. But
also, he even opted. I know I'm kind of going off the rails here, but he even opted not play B team the last 2 or 3 weeks because he wants them to get full minutes. He's a nice guy.
That's good. Even though you guys would probably dominate B team with him.
Yeah, true.
But yeah. So, moving on, I guess Soviet Ballers, who they've not lived up to my expectation.
I think the defense on I think it was the wrong move for them to trade away Thick.
Yeah, for
in the
Oppo.
end.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Potato thought that him and Oppo would make a better pair, but I think that it would have worked better for them if he just spent more time adjusting to Thick's play style. Because Thick is
he's
you
probably
can
one of the
adjust
best
his-
defenders in the league.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, he was a great defender in minors last season. He had a
He was
high
hit
9 gasp.
97 D-niche or something.
Yeah,
That's
he played
huge.
extremely well. So it's trading away that for Oppo. I mean, Oppo's fine, but I don't think him and Warp play very well together.
Yeah,
Neither one of them are aggro, and 2 support defenders.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. And then No Name and Halifile. Halifile hasn't really.
Halifile / Grommet, I believe.
Yeah. Are they splitting minutes now?
Yeah. Hallow was we scrimmed, me and Ratpack scrimmed with them a few nights ago, and Hallow seemed pretty good, but I mean, they've had availability issues as well, I guess. I mean, he's only played 120. Grommet's played 80.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they played
both-
Halifile this week with No Name.
Yeah.
How'd they do this week?
They got swept by Pursuit of Cappiness.
Yeah, so both
There were 1 cap games though. That's
true.
That's close games.
I don't know. Their offense is, I think, slightly subpar though.
Yeah,
No Name hasn't been performing well this season.
Yeah,
And Halifiles,
has been
8 caps in 120 minutes isn't very good. I'm not saying they're not good individually, but as a pair, I guess they're not meshing very well.
Agree. Yeah, I thought it'd be a better team overall, but
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it happens, I guess.
I wonder. So they have so they're playing Primordial next week. The Pandas the week after that. Those games will probably be pretty difficult, but I think if they pull it together, they can pull out an easy sweep on Boston Pops, and then I think a sweep on Rectal as well if Ball Parts doesn't come back. We'll see how they do. Holy shit, they've played like 17 people on B team. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know their B team isn't very happy.
Literally 16. Oh my god.
You see how many people I've played on my B team.
I have 5 active B teamers right now. Let's go.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worry about their chances at making a playoff push though at this point.
I can't really see it happening.
I mean,
I guess they're only 3 points off PCC.
That's true.
So I mean, it's possible. I mean, they're not like a
but the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty difficult for them.
Yeah.
I think the Pandas will sweep them with the addition of Eldon.
I
don't think their offense is strong enough. And then Primordial. Yeah, same thing.
That's an important game.
If a team were to sweep, it would be Primordial. So we'll see how they do against them.
Yeah, that'd be the most important game for them, probably.
Yeah. It's actually, War Potato and Up are both playing well statistically for defense, but I mean, the L's are there, so.
Yeah, unfortunate. But moving on to Central. Can start off with ICP since it's Poet's team.
How
you looking?
In my opinion, I think there's still obviously the kinks to be worked out, but I think that we're making progress in terms of getting everything down. I mean, we have Akabuk and Dope, who are probably one of the more solid pairs on offense.
They have the second most caps for offensive pairs at 50.
Yeah. It's like they're definitely doing very well offensively. The defense, I would agree with most people, is the one that's lagging behind in this. But looking from the play that they've had over the past 2 weeks, from Ball My Life last week, and then Pequenos Pandas this week, I mean, they've definitely made lots of improvements in terms of 1, being able to coordinate with each other, and 2, communicating better with the offense, which is what I think were the 2 biggest problems for Was and Light on that front. So in terms of making to the playoffs, I think we'll be able to make it to the playoffs. We're definitely a playoff caliber team in my opinion.
Agreed.
But the judgment is out whether we'll be able to go like super far, I'd say.
I'm telling you, man, Herbert for A team is all I have to say about that.
I mean,
I know you're the captain.
We will address the elephant in the room. All right, everyone keeps yelling at me to play Herbert on A team.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster, definitely. Like, he has a 10 D gas on B team, 10 or 100 D niche on B team.
He's been an A caliber player for 3 seasons.
That's true. But in my opinion, I see Was and Light working better together rather than one of the other combos involving Herbert. Yeah, and that's the reason why I've stuck with them so far.
You've told me this. I just wanted to see you get riled up.
Yeah. like we'll definitely I think we'll definitely have, or if we continue working on it, we'll definitely be able to like get over those issues. I mean, we split against PQP this week, which was definitely a solid team.
Yeah.
And then
You guys, those games were both lopsided, 7-2 and 7-1
yeah,
with the split. Interesting. You guys played very well in Pilot, right?
we played well in Constriction. We kind of lost it on Pilot.
Oh, 7-1. Oh, true.
Yeah.
I feel like Akapak and Dope would be better on the faster map.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. They ended up grabbing too much on Pilot.
That's fair.
That
Dope
was being a
is
downfall.
first in grabs and second in drops, so
Yeah.
his statement about him being a support player this season seems invalid.
Well, if you look at the way they play, like
He
Dope
does?
is definitely the one who's doing the support role, like creating
see.
the opportunities for Acapulco to get out.
True.
Sometimes on his end that involves making a flaccid grab.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's been-
No,
Red
yeah,
Pack strategy.
Dope is first in handoffs
Oh shit.
and
What's his
first in
percentage at?
good handoffs. So I mean,
Oh,
he has
okay,
114 good handoffs out of 142 handoffs.
Oh,
So
that's
he's
solid.
So like
nine-
he's been
91
making the smart
flaccid
plays.
as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is supporting Acapulco very well. So
Yeah. Like I have no problem with the offense so far. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
think,
the
I
offense
think
is
they could
looking
work
good.
on. I think they could work on calming it down a bit when they need to lock it down for
Mhm.
in terms of like
True.
securing,
How's their OD?
securing the win. OD is pretty good. I mean, Dope's obviously I would say the stronger one on OD just because he has
played
more of a
defense.
mental he has the mental awareness for it.
Yeah.
But they've been doing pretty well in terms of OD in my
I see.
opinion.
Acapulco has been a huge surprise this season, at least
Yeah.
for me. I mean, I always I don't know, he's a much better offender than I gave him credit for, or than I thought he was at the start of this season. I mean, statistically doing great, and I don't know, looking good for him, man. He's in the running for most improved.
I would say so.
Yeah.
yeah, he's
He also has. Oh, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say like he had that great season back in like season 5 B team.
True.
48 caps in 260 minutes, 10-0 and 10 D-gas. So
Damn.
So I'm like, I always just expect him to have that big season like soon after, but
Yeah.
and I guess he's now kind of having it all the way back in season 9. So
I mean, he's
I mean-
fourth in caps, man. That's looking good.
no, yeah, he's looked great this season.
Yeah, dude. I think if the defense pulls, I mean, I think you guys are gonna make playoffs. First of all, like you said,
Yeah.
it goes to. I can't say if you guys are gonna go very far, but I mean, I really do think you guys have a really solid team. So if the defense comes together, it's looking good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in terms of schedule, women, it's a schedule that we can manage. I think like we have Team About Nothing next week, Primordial Clam Chowder after the week after that, play PQP again for week 8, and then finish it off on Jukkake.
You and Jukkake is gonna be a very interesting game.
Yeah. That's
Very
gonna be
interesting.
definitely gonna be the matchup to watch. I think.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you guys played them twice.
We played them week 1, but that was
Does
that was
every
an iffy week.
do all teams play one team twice?
You play everyone in your division.
Well,
twice.
it's different. It's different for the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference because the Eastern Conference has 10 teams, so it's a round robin for
That's
that.
what yeah.
The other two
Conferences.
divisions,
I was about to say we don't play any team twice. I don't think.
the other two divisions play each division member twice, and then one from each of the other divisions.
Oh, okay, that's cool. True.
Yeah, which is how it was structured last season. But obviously, with the 10-team Eastern Conference, you can do that same thing for the 2 East divisions.
Conference. TRC's gonna get on to
Well,
you.
they're not. That it's set up.
I
The
know,
conference,
I understand.
like it's
but
not an official designation, but that
Yeah.
application is still definitely there.
I'm just being
True.
picky. Just being silly.
Well, if you guys average like a split, like if you go 1-1 at technically every game for the rest of the season, I mean that's playoff. That you guys would make the playoffs at that point, I think.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's definitely feasible for y'all.
Let's go and move on before
So moving on
BC gets
to
angry at us.
so yeah, moving on to Jukkake.
Definitely the
Ooh.
team to beat. So
That is.
I wonder. I mean,
Wow.
if you guys look at the strength of schedule, they have the easiest schedule. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't know if it is at all. But
Yeah,
I mean,
ICP season 9 easy.
please.
But yeah, no.
I mean, to be fair, they do have a relatively easy schedule, like comparative,
Relatively.
like compared to like the other teams that you would say are like the top tier. But I mean, the players that comprise that are definitely like
Oh,
players
yeah.
that are working well together.
I
And
mean,
it's not a fluke based off of or like that you can attribute to playing a bunch of losing teams.
I agree. I mean, I was just giving them shit for fun, but that defense is arguably even better than Robin S, in my opinion, who I feel like are the best defense. But like, you could make an argument that Doris and Tyron are a better pair.
Oh, I think they are.
They're
Really?
definitely
22, only
better.
22 caps conceded this season.
Yeah,
I mean, but
22.
Flairbnb's had a much harder schedule, though.
that's fair.
I
That's
honestly
fair.
feel like Robin S have an edge over them, but I mean,
Maybe.
we'll see come playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, in the scrims that I've played at least against them, like their ability to read opposing offenses
yeah.
is definitely a huge
Doris,
strength
in
for
my
them.
opinion, is a top 3 defender,
Definitely.
arguably the best in the league. So
Yeah.
He's
and
like,
Tyron dropping from minors as well, like 2 minors caliber defenders. I mean,
feel like-
that's nothing
I mean,
anyone.
Doris is the 9.92 DGAS with only 160 minutes, so he's an entire
Exactly.
week behind. Yet he's second overall, basically.
He's
right?
actually a monster.
like that.
I know
Like
a
I
lot of
said,
people.
though, their stats are slightly inflated from having a pretty easy schedule. So,
That's fair. But
Weak West.
but I mean, their whole team as a whole is. I mean, they don't really have a weak point either.
yeah,
I mean, their offense.
all.
I mean, with the addition of Romulus, like, come
That's
on.
stupid. That's
What
so
the fuck was
stupid.
Juke thinking? But like,
Yeah.
even okay,
Tantrum?
let me just say, even before that, like they had Isug, Polpo, and the Indian, all who are solid players for A-team offense.
definitely.
I mean, Polpo, 80 minutes, 19 caps. I'm surprised that he didn't play over Isug, but Isug's been playing very well too. But I mean, Polpo has 100 ownish, and he's played well in minors in the 80 minutes he's been loaned this season. So I was surprised he didn't play. But even without him, I mean, Isug Romulus is still that's a very well-rounded team.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say they went through a little bit of like a test phase. I mean, this week, I mean, they looked a little weaker on paper against Team About Nothing, but I mean, I think it's a lot.
3-2, 6-3 with the sweep though.
But I mean, I think you can just chalk that up to testing out like the Romulus pairing for the first.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I think with the addition, addition of Romulus, I think that's just. I think it's in my opinion the best team in the league now.
Definitely a team that can go all the way.
It was kind of like iffy for me, like between a few teams with them, like in maybe Flairbnb and over the Pantandoff. But when they get Romulus, I was like, oh.
I mean, okay, just look at this team. Dumb. Just hypothetically, Romulus, Polpo, Doris, and the Tyrant. They're 4 minors caliber players. So, like, I mean, if anything's a super team this season, that's a super team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty insane.
I think like they even went under the radar most of the time.
I'm not sure if they'll take Isug out of A. Sorry, what were you saying?
Nah, I feel like they were kind of underrated at the beginning of the season as well.
Oh yeah,
I even underrated them. Like Tyrant kind of went quiet for me because I know he was minors and he did well in minors, but it didn't register in my mind that he'd do well for some reason.
Oh yeah.
And then he got Doris, who said he had like ping.
He got him cheap because
that's why
ping issues on
ping issues, and then those went away.
I centered my whole auction draft around this man, and then he's like, "Oh, my ping's shit," and then he got an Ethernet cable.
Yeah,
so fuck me.
So they that like cheap, and then Isug just did better than I expected.
Very impressed this season.
Yeah.
Has he played A-Team before?
He played back in season 5. I mean, on Abaco Orange.
Can that be in the running for most improved?
Season 7.
I don't know how well he did.
Season 7.
He did. Season 7. He did.
Oh, he did well. Okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, 9.36 of gas, 434 minutes, which we'll disregard because at this point we don't know what order minutes is.
Even before they got Romulus, like Isug Indian is still a very competent A-team offense, and with the defense, they can keep the flag in base. Like they were already like a high contending team before Romulus, and now Romulus,
I agree.
I think they are arguably. I think they're the most scary team in this league.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Then again, I think Flairbnb. It's a toss up between those two for me.
You guys over the Pantandoff, Flairbnb, and Jukkake, I think are the best in the league right now.
I think out of the 3, we have the strongest offense, but slightly the weakest defense, I'd say. So it's
out of those 3,
I think the other 2 teams are more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that pays off for us in playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair. So, overall very scary team, and I'm just they just went under the radar. So anyway, moving on. You got the Pandas.
Ooh.
They're kind of they didn't do too well in the beginning, but I think ever since really they played us and then got Eldon.
I mean,
They've done a
11th
lot
seed
better.
now after week 5, but I mean, with the addition of Eldon, I don't see them. Let me
And
see
some
their
in
schedule.
7.
Jukkake, Soviet Ballers, Insane Cap Posse, Team About Nothing. With the exception of Jukkake, I think they have the potential. I mean, at least split every single week, in my opinion. I mean, they're just very solid. Who are they playing offense now? Some 7 and Spike.
They
Either
played some
Ginseng.
7 Ginseng for
I
this
see.
week.
Either
Interesting.
Ginseng or
That's
Spiking.
a very smart team for offense.
Mhm.
I think probably one of the stronger OD teams as well. Because I know I've heard that Ginseng's OD is really good, and some man's a fucking veteran if there ever is a veteran.
Yeah.
So like, probably a very strong OD team. And then with, I think Jado really made the right call, dropping himself to B team. Not that he's not A caliber, but spiking and Eldon. I mean, I've heard from Eldon straight up that they play well together, and on paper that just sounds like such a good defense to me. So I think he made the right call there.
I agree.
Props to him.
I mean, he played well on B team. He played himself like 10 minutes
I'm
tonight.
sure he did. I mean, he's an A caliber player, but I just think spiking has an edge over him.
No, that's like a top probably 5 defense in the league right now.
Oh, like top. Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
know,
top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
There's a lot of good defenses.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was gonna say top 3, but then I was like, hold
up. Yeah, but still, I mean,
I mean,
not to say
so
bad
right now,
really
11th seed. What's their record though? Hold up, let me check.
3, 4, and 6.
Okay, so
3-1-1-5.
Hypothetically, I see them sweeping Soviets and Team About Nothing. I think they could split. I'm not sure if they lose the Team About Nothing. I think their defense is just really good, but I think it's going to be a split against Insane Cap Posse, and then we'll see how they do against Jukkake. But I mean, definitely still in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think they're going to go in like 8 or 9 seed.
Yeah, I can see that happen. I think they could make that late surge in the season, especially with some and 7.
I wonder how that defense. I mean, I wonder how that offense would do against a strong defensive pairing, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see it against Jukkake.
Neither one of them are aggro offenders, and I can't really think of any successful offenses that had 2 support offenders. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure some man 7 can adjust though. I mean, he's been playing for a long time. And he has a lot of. I mean, he just reached 200 caps, didn't he? Congrats to him. So like, I'm sure he's not gonna have that much trouble switching to like a different type of role.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do. But I wonder how that offense would stack up against a very strong defense like Jukkake. So I guess we'll see next week.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So yeah. Last team that is the Team About Nothing. Who? Yeah, they
slightly.
This team has been. Yeah, I gotta say, like, if any team was disappointing this season, they surprised me with a much worse record. I think they had a pretty difficult schedule, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. Hype Train.
Hype Train and Phoenix. So Phoenix is statistically arguably the best defender this season. I mean, definitely a front runner for defensive ball of the season. And Hype Train's also played full minutes, but he's been pretty underwhelming, which surprised me because I was considering him for a long time to play A team, like getting in the auction. So the fact that he's not playing as well as I think he should be, I mean, maybe he's still just adjusting to the pace, or maybe he's playing a much heavier support role to Phoenix, who's averaging like 1.5 returns per minute. I mean,
I am intrigued that they haven't tried something different on.
Yeah, I think
they only have 4 people.
I mean, well, look at their team. I wouldn't call up any of those people to A team.
I mean, Obama has the 9.89 D gas.
Okay, Obama and Pyro Force is also actually pretty fucking good.
I would at least give them a chance, right? So
that's true.
See what they can do.
Especially with their record. What do they have to lose at this point?
Right. So I think they should change
their
something up in A team.
Okay, so their offense like did the opposite of what I expected. I thought Stanza. I thought it was a sneaky move for him to choose Balanka as an NPC so he could get 100 coins in the auction. But Balanka's actually surpassed my expectations. I mean, he's averaging a cap per half. That's solid. Yeah. But Selfie, who So the reason why Selfie surprised me is because last season on a pretty bad team, I think the worst team in the league, right? Attack the Block by record.
Something like that. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a bottom 3 team from last season in terms of record. He put up great stats still. So like I thought he was a very strong offender coming into this season, but he hasn't really been playing up to my expectations yet. But I mean, I don't know. I've played with him a good bit and he's good, so hopefully he can turn things around.
I didn't even know Phoenix had 12 caps.
Oh god,
Jeez.
they have an extremely difficult schedule. Maybe the most difficult schedule we've seen so far for the rest of the season.
Probably.
Insane Cap Posse, TC Jukes, Jukkake, and Pequenos Pandas.
I will say
That
that,
is
like, if there's
rough.
anything that we know about Costanza, is that, I mean, he can definitely make it work.
I
Like,
think
last
so.
season, they were basically, I mean, it wasn't
I
as
mean,
bad
but
as this, but they were in a
It's
similar
different because they
position.
had good free agent pickups last season, right?
That's true.
NEU, like,
Yeah.
get the NEU sign up in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
They had the benefit of free agency last season, but I
Yeah.
think Costanza will find a way to potentially make this work towards the end of the season.
I mean, their record right now is 3-7. That means they'd need at least 2 sweeps to make the playoffs. Or
Yeah. I mean,
Ish.
207.
yeah, I think like roughly, I don't know, roughly 2 sweeps to make the playoffs. And with the schedule that difficult, I'm not sure if I see it happening. If I had to bet one way or another, I'd say that they just missed playoffs, maybe like 12th seed or something.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see though.
yeah, that kind of.
Phoenix, I mean, it goes. I just gotta say, I mean, 12 caps off of defense. He has the same number of caps as Selfie off of defense. 200 more returns than him. That's very impressive.
He could be two-way ball as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I just realized.
I really do think TDD could get that though if he continues playing at the rate he does.
Mm-hmm.
But Phoenix definitely in that conversation.
Yeah, I think TDD played D the first week and then O this week.
True.
So depends how he plays, I guess. So, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, that wraps up the Central Division. One more division to go, Pacific.
Oh god, I guess I'll stay. Fuck
You're
it.
gonna stay?
Might as well. How long
Alright.
have we been going on? Just curious.
Yeah, it's BC there. But
BC? Oh, we're okay.
That's
I can
not
stay
bad.
for the last division. There's only, what, 4 teams?
yeah, 14.
That's straight.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start from my team, who are going 2-8. Not
slightly
unexpected.
underwhelming.
It
I
is,
mean,
so
also
it is,
not mathematically eliminated. I mean,
no, yeah.
how's your schedule looking for the rest of the season?
We play, I believe.
They have TPW next week.
Yeah.
RR3D, Ball My Life, and then Creed to end it out.
So the final 2
That's
weeks
rough.
is kind of hard, but these next 2 weeks, I feel pretty fine.
Hypothetically, so if you swept the next 2 weeks and then split the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I think that could get you the 10th seed, possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly even 9th, depending on how things go. I don't.
Yeah. And our main problem is just kind of not been able to practice with A team.
True.
Because like Ghost works the weekends, and so it's kind of hard to get everyone on Thursday and Friday nights.
How do you feel about the acquisition of Ranger with Ghost?
Yeah, I mean they work well together. I mean they're really good friends and everything. So,
True.
Like they already have that chemistry because they play like USC and
Oh, okay.
they're like always playing together. So I mean they have the chemistry together. And
Ghost is, I mean, one of the best defenders in the West, if not the best defender. So I mean,
definitely, I agree.
yeah, that's a very interesting pair there. Possibly the best defense in the West as a pair.
Yeah. If they just like
Was Bally playing offense for you before?
Yeah.
Traded him? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just didn't. It just didn't work well, and I'm really sad that
see.
it didn't.
Way to make Cream a super offense.
No, that
with
was Ball My
Glide
Life.
and
Ball My Life,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a really good team.
Showing
now,
his
but-
incompetency at the West.
Okay.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
Carp
So,
faps their offense, so I don't think that's a scary offense, but I think it's a very competent offense.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Carp
with the
is,
defense,
like-
yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
like Carp is still one of the best Western offenders. I think it was underrated by a lot of people, but
A cap a half as of now.
no, yeah,
Average.
That's just like the team overall doing not as well together. But I mean, individually, he's still really good. So was Fapster even. He's extremely underrated in my opinion.
True. So you guys got swept by Ball My Life this week, but
Yeah.
barely on constriction.
Yeah, it was a
You guys are
really
playing
tight
them
game.
again
Yeah.
week 8, so that should
Yeah.
be an
Yeah.
interesting
Mhm.
matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, going to them, like Bali played out really well in there. For them.
Yeah. Bally's mechanically one of the
Oh,
maybe
so
mechanically
sad.
the best offender in the West.
Oh yeah, I would say
Easily.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean he's a monster.
I'm so sad it didn't work out for us. He's
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah,
I think he made the right move though. I mean, to make the playoff push with 2-8 record, I mean you need a solid defense, and if Ghost and Ranger
Yeah.
are working well together, that was definitely your best bet. So
yeah, it's just making the whole team work well together and getting it together. But I think we can do it. I'm pretty optimistic about us.
yeah, man.
So,
I mean, the team's looking good.
yeah, but yeah. So moving on to C.R.E.A.M, who have done pretty much how everyone expected.
Yeah.
They formed a great team. Had a really good draft.
Yeah, very solid team. I mean, they're playing Mayonnaise or Gramps.
OG
or
and Gramps.
Oh my
OG and
god,
Gramps.
OG's a monster.
Great pair up. I mean, I think like the experience of that Gramps has, and then combining it with OG, who I think
OG
goes a
Diddles.
little.
So if I can just talk about him for
Go
a
ahead.
minute, so like he was my backup auction pick if I didn't get Rat Pack this season. He would have been playing with me on Radius actually, but I just feel like he's so well rounded as an offender. Like he's good at grabbing, he's good at holding, and he's good at capping. Like he's pretty good at everything. He's not outstanding at any of them, but he's very well rounded. I feel like, and like you said, I mean, he's not a rookie to A-Team. He's played A-Team before, but with the experience of Gramps, I mean, that's a pretty scary offensive pair, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. They've done really well. Gramps has pretty much kicked into how he did play. Like he's been awesome, 23 caps.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
OG with 21 as well, both averaging over a cap a half. That's very solid.
Yeah, and then they have Freeberg and then Ralph Wiggum on defense. So it's an experienced pair.
People have told me that's a great defensive pair.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's super solid. Like
statistically, not that great.
Yeah,
but
statistically,
I mean, if you guys are
they don't stand
that's...
out. They don't stand out statistically, but like that doesn't matter.
True.
Like
I mean, their D-gasps are fine for the minutes they've played.
Yeah.
Now that I look at it,
they've conceded the second least amount of caps, only 29 caps.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, they are like extremely solid. Bergie was a great pickup. They got him like the second round of the sneak, I think. So I mean, he turned out really well. I was planning on getting him. They got him like the pick before I did.
Well, they've played Ball My Life and TC Jukes too. So I mean, not a difficult schedule. But yeah, the fact 29 caps speaks for itself. That's pretty impressive.
They're extremely solid, and I think they'll make a deep playoff run.
Oh yeah.
After they'll take our division. So great team.
Yep.
Tritt's a good guy and had a good draft. So good on them. Moving down to Ball My Life. You got Glide.
Oh man.
Everyone said Biff the draft. Drafting 3 defenders.
I mean, Glide, I always felt like... Is that really loud, by the way? I feel like that's really loud. Sorry. I feel like Glide's always been better at offense than defense. He's like... I haven't played with him that much, but I've played with him enough. I think he's
definitely better at offense.
Him and Bali is just like... That's a scary offense, and I don't even know much about Western teams, but that has to be the best offense.
I mean, at least from when they played us last week, it was a very competent pairing. I mean, they did very well against us.
They're pretty grab heavy,
very smart.
Yeah, they are grab heavy, but it complements well with the defense, like with the strong defense that they have.
That's fair. I think. How do you guys feel about Blue Jays playing defense for them?
I mean,
it's his first time playing in the West.
From what I've heard, Blue Jays doesn't have bad ping to set.
50 ping, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's stupid.
It's
stupid good. It's stupid.
He's from Canada, so.
Yeah, he's in like Ontario, like in the East Coast.
I see.
Yeah, so
it's dumb.
So like Blue Jays is interesting because he's put up good stats the last 2 seasons on teams that did not play, like teams that did not have a good record.
Yeah.
So I mean, him and Squeeb, I honestly feel like that's a good pairing.
It is.
So I mean, with what I feel like is a strong defensive pairing, and then a very strong offensive pairing. I mean, that's a pretty good fucking team, man.
Yeah. Speaking to like Squeeb, he's not playing for Stats this season.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
yeah,
Change of
right.
pace, huh?
Really,
His grab
and
defense,
yeah, and it worked
his
out for
stats
him.
were great, but his record was bad last season. I think it's because he
Yeah,
played too much grab defense.
they just missed playoffs, and toward the
Yeah,
end of the season, he started really just going for returns to like try to beat S.
true.
Gargantua. So yeah, but this season he's kind of taking more relaxed, playing actual smarter.
That's
and
good
everything.
because I
Yeah.
feel like Squeeb is a minors level defender.
He is. He actually probably should have gotten minors.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
But he wasn't
I was
going to
surprised he
accept
didn't.
that.
I remember.
He wasn't going to accept 10 minutes a week or something. So
let's see.
Which
They
is
play
fair.
C.R.E.A.M next week. That's going to be a great match.
yeah, that'd be
Them
kind
against
of a
C.R.E.A.M.
decider.
They're playing us on Sphere week 7,
Mhm.
and then an easy rest of the week playing Whitecaps the week after.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy sweep for them.
You think?
Yeah,
I
probably.
think you guys will put up a good fight. I mean, your
Yeah.
defense. I think your defense will really solidify things.
Yeah, by that time, I'm hoping I'm hoping we're coming off 2 sweeps, and we're like just kind of getting into the groove and
True.
getting that good fight in. So
And then ending week 9 with the Pointless Warriors will probably be an easy sweep for them. So
yeah, I can't say too much about
definitely
that.
going in fringe for a bye week 1 in playoffs. I think they can get it.
Slipping that top 6 spot.
Yeah,
It's
because
possible.
they're 7 right now.
Yeah,
right?
they're 7
so,
right now.
Yeah, I mean, the next 2 weeks are going to be rough for them, but they can definitely get splits off and then like either split or sweep against the Whitecaps, I'd say, and then a sweep against the Warriors. I mean that'll probably put them at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, they could do it, especially with the addition of Bali, Blue Jays stepping up for Rangers. So
Yeah,
I think they ended up being a really good team.
agreed.
After that kind of that draft, so
I remember Blue Jays at the beginning of the season kept on being like please trade for me. Like I need to be on the East Coast team. But like this team's 50, like that's fine.
yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. I expect this team to make a pretty deep playoff run.
No, yeah, I think it could definitely. So, but yeah. Last but not least, the Pequenos Warriors.
Ooh, the boy starfucker.
Yeah, right.
Here we go.
They kind of, I don't know. I think everyone kind of predicted they wouldn't do well. And
I
think
I don't think he had a very good draft.
Star he risked it by going on with all those rookies and like new players, and
the MVP of Officer Dan.
Yeah, on offense.
Yeah, on
defense it would have been. Yeah, on defense he would have been fine.
Except they have so many good defenders, so it didn't really make sense for him to play defense. I mean, they got Psychic, who's very good. I know that. Hooblagoo, I mean, I think a lot of people thought he was going minors, I think.
I didn't hear anything about that.
I don't know. Okay, well,
Star rates him highly.
People hold him in high regard in tournaments. I know that because he often goes like early second round in tournaments, which is usually when like good NLTPA and minors players go.
Right.
So like people, I don't know. He had a really good rep, and like I mean he performed fine for A team, and they have Code who. I mean, people were telling me he's really good. He's only got 20 minutes, but that's a lot of defensive depth. So it makes sense that they're playing Officer Dan on offense.
Yeah, and they just picked up Tofu Man. So
oh my god, unbelievable!
So that could be like a huge
the ultimate
turnaround
scheme.
for them.
They really schemed for this man.
Yeah,
unbelievable. But I mean, Tofu Man, Fragrant Foul. Yeah, what's their record right now? They have 2 wins.
Like 2-8. 2-8.
Okay, so
it's
not
like 1-1,
out of the
1-1-0,
but they would need at least 3 sweeps, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, Whitecaps, Pursuit of C.R.E.A.M, C.R.E.A.M Ball My Life, ending the season.
They're in
That's
essentially the same position that Boston Pops is, but they have that crazy change in the lineup with.
Well, they also have 2 wins, so.
Yeah, so it's kind of just
interesting. Not out of the picture, but
they still rotated last week. They only played Tofu Man 30 minutes.
Really?
And gave Fragrant Foul some minutes. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. They really need a set lineup instead of continuing.
I don't know why they wouldn't settle with Fragrant Foul and Tofu Man on offense for 40 each. That's a thinker to me.
Yeah, if they settle with like Psychic, Officer Dan defense, Tofu, and Fragrant Foul on offense, I think that'd be a much better.
To be honest, I've played with Hooblagoo in tournaments and stuff. I feel like he's really good. Like
he's.
I feel like Psychic Hoob is their strongest defensive pairing. I think Officer Dan's good, but I mean, I feel like Psychic and Hoob is a better pair.
They could be a better
But what do
pair.
I know about the West?
I mean,
so fuck
it's kind of
me.
hard to bench Sharon PC pick, right?
That is very true.
So, I mean,
Officer Dan's not bad either.
I would
so.
rate Dan both better than both of them, but you could be
Oh.
right about the pairing.
I see.
So, just disagreeing with everybody. But yeah, with that addition to Tofu, man, I think they could really make that late season surge.
We'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
those last 2 weeks doesn't make it look good for them, but I mean,
Yeah, they still got swept
anything's
with
possible.
Tofu last week. So
we'll see how they do against your good defense next week. See how that offensive
Mhm.
pair does.
yeah,
And in pursuit of Cappiness for TDD, it's not going to be easy for them,
Mhm.
but I mean, they still have a shot.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up our mid-season NLTP recap.
You want to do like
Mhm.
seeding? What do you think?
Oh,
Teams that make the playoffs?
oh,
Yeah, sure.
just when I thought we were done.
Just quick. I mean,
I'm just playing. No,
Yeah.
I like doing this stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
go
go with
first,
Jukkake going in number 1. I mean, their schedule isn't that difficult for the rest of the season either.
true.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to go in number 1 seed. I do think, Flairbnb, like you guys said, they're playing a few difficult teams. I have to look at their and C.R.E.A.M schedule. I think one of them will be 2nd seed. If I had to guess, though, I'd just go with Flairbnb 2nd seed. Their team is just so solid all around.
I agree.
They got Pursuit, Six Flags, TC Jukes, Ball. Okay, that's pretty difficult.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
kind of
Like,
when you
the
get
thing
to
is,
that
Flairbnb
mid-season.
has the potential to sweep all of those teams. So, like, I don't know. C.R.E.A.M's schedule, a bit easier. If I had to go with my gut, though, I mean, obviously I'm biased because I'm from the East. I honestly think Flairbnb would go in as a number 2 seed, as they are now.
Mhm.
I think my team's gonna finish 4th. I know I'm just skipping over number 3, but you gotta say, I think we'll end up like around where we are, like 4th or 5th. I think 3, 4, 5 would be a toss-up between C.R.E.A.M, TC Jukes, and us. Well, I'm just like listing down
The
like,
standing, it's not gonna
exactly how it
change.
is.
It's not gonna change. It's the same.
Jesus. I do think it's pretty accurate, though. I really
No,
do.
yeah, I can see.
I mean, halfway through the season's a pretty good indicator.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys? What do you guys think the top 5 is gonna look like?
Let's see. I mean, the top teams from each division. I think in the Northeast, I think OPH or Over the Fence Handoffs will get the edge at the end of the season, if only because of strength of schedule. Because Flairbnb has a tougher schedule than you guys do.
That is true.
So, like, I think you guys will just edge them in terms of standing, but I do think that Flairbnb
I think they're
is
a stronger team. They're just,
Yeah.
like I said, they don't really have any glaring weaknesses, whereas we have a stronger offense and a weaker defense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I don't know.
In the Atlantic, TC Jukes, obviously, I think they're looking very strong.
Agreed. I think
keep up the performance
they
that
have
they
an edge
have.
over Six Flags as well.
Yeah, I think it depends on who Six Flags gets. If they do any good,
I don't think. I mean, I highly doubt they're going to get crossovers, so I don't think they're going to get anyone that's going to change their A team.
I mean, there's teams signed up.
Who?
Team, the X
I don't know
Factor.
Team.
He played minors.
The X Factor. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's a sphere player. There's Calvin Ball and Cuckoo.
Oh, he's probably gonna go minors, though, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 spots
Calvin
open in
Ball-
minors.
Oh wow.
I think
On
Calvin
the
Ball will go
tiers-
minors.
yeah,
I don't
Calvin
know about Cuckoo.
On the Aristocaps
Cuckoo's.
and tiers.
I think Cuckoo, if I remember correctly, his comment said like
He's
it
washed.
hinted at him wanting to play NLTP. Like he said he thought minors was too serious and stuff.
He's also kind of washed.
Oh, I see.
He's going for him.
I always thought he was really good. So, I mean,
I mean, he's good when he's in form. I'm not going to disagree with that, but he's if I were to look at him today, he probably wouldn't be that minors caliber player. At least.
True.
Voting for Cuckoo.
Let's see. From Central, Jukkake, obviously. I mean, like I said before, they're the team to beat
By far, yeah.
Let's see. I can see ICP and PQP making it into the playoffs in the top 10.
I think both of you guys will definitely make it, in my opinion.
Pacific C.R.E.A.M. C.R.E.A.M looks very solid, obviously, as they have so far. They'll probably advance as the division winner. All My Life will probably be able to make a good run because of the trades that they've done.
I think they'll go pretty deep.
At this point, I think the jury's still out on whether the Whitecaps will be able to make a push, but I can see them as like a dark horse. In the
man, I'm the host here. You gotta talk me up. You gotta not make me can't make me look silly.
I didn't say outright that you guys wouldn't make the playoffs. I just said that the jury's still out. All right.
True, that's fair. If I had to, I honestly think that the top 9 teams in the standings right now are going to make the playoffs, and I think the Pandas will edge out Primordial.
Oh, okay. So no
Whitecaps. And then I see, even with the addition of TDD, I don't think Pursuit of Cappiness is going to be able to make the run. Sitting at 4 and 6, I mean, it's doable, but the Pandas, then again, it comes down to schedule between them two as well, because they have the same record right now. I mean, Pandas just got Eldon, Pursuit of Cappiness got TDD, so I guess it comes down to who has the easier schedule, but I mean, Eldon has that carrying capacity. I really do see the Pandas making the playoffs.
And 7-7, so.
No, it's actually going to be really interesting. Even though 10 teams make it, there's still like 2 teams roughly that I feel like are good that aren't going to make it. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much agree with most of that. I mean, like, Jukkake, Flairbnb, C.R.E.A.M, TCC Jukes, over the pants handoffs, will probably all make it, pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, I think Six Flags will.
Six Flags is probably gonna make it.
Oh yeah.
All My Life will probably make it.
Ball or Nothing. Oh no, Project and Dick Shady now. Yeah.
I think they'll probably make it. That sounds
pretty damn good to me. Yeah.
I think it's probably the last 3 spots are kind of the toss up right now.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna have faith in my own team. I think we'll edge out that 9th or 10th spot.
I really do think ICP is gonna make it as well.
Yeah, I think ICP could do it.
It's really a toss up between Pandas and Primordial is what I'm sticking with.
Yeah, it's the middle of the pack. It's kind of just hard to tell. Really.
Pursuit of Cappiness could also make a run. I mean, they're also 4 and 6 technically, so.
Yeah, 4
interesting.
So. Who knows?
If Ballparks comes back, I mean, Rectal could
that'd be a game changer. But
yeah, I mean, that's I said, that's a scary playoff team to me.
Yeah.
Great offense and very competent defense for them. So.
Definitely. So yeah.
Unlucky for the other teams below that. I mean, there are some solid teams there, but when you get off to a bad start, it's just hard to make your way back. We're already just over halfway through the season, so I mean, unless some radical changes happen, some big upsets, I feel like the bottom 5 teams will make it.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I think that about wraps up everything this episode of PupCast. So
that was hefty.
It was big thanks to you guys.
Hey man, thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Thanks for being on. Shout out to BC, who probably fell asleep sometime.
Said thanks.
He says thanks. Yeah.
So. Just sat here listening to us ramble for the last. Oh my god. Props to you, man.
But yeah, we will throw in a comment about this or the post about our new site for this podcast. And yeah, so everything will be explained in the post. Yeah, thank you for tuning into PupCast.
All right. Thanks, man. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks.